This is a map of the continent of Africa, and this is the famous African mountain range. There's only one problem. These mountains do not exist, and in fact never existed in the first place, just like tasty Brussels sprouts. So why are they clearly depicted in this map, and also in this one, and in this one, and in this one? To understand that, we need to uncover the identity of the person responsible for the first map, clarify why this mountain range was depicted also on all these other maps, and finally get to the point where the mountains all of a sudden vanish again from geographical maps forever. Hi friend, welcome back to the channel StrivingFor. If you're new here, my name is Hendrik and I am a social auditor based in Germany. Consider subscribing if you like what you see. Let's start. This is the story of the mountains of Kong, the African mountains that never existed. Remember all these different maps I just showed you? Historians have identified 40 maps showing these mountains published between 1798 and 1892. This mountain range was supposed to have a length of about 1,000 kilometers and run from the west end all the way to the east end of the continent. The size and location, however, depend a little bit on what map you were looking at. Several legends were built around these mountains themselves over time. Snow-covered peaks and gold deposits were described, and it was claimed that the mountain range, as an insurmountable natural obstacle, did not allow trade of the population between the coast and the hinterland. So, who was this person responsible for the first map? Actually, two people are of main interest here. First, there's this Scottish explorer Mungo Park, because he provided the geographical data. And based on this geographical data, the British geographer James Rannell integrated the west to east mountain range for the first time in 1798. He, however, forged the geographic data of Park by introducing a mountain range, the Mountains of Kong. The fake was intended to support his own theory of the course of the Niger River. But why was this mountain range depicted on all the other maps as well? In times before Google Maps and Google Earth, huge parts of Africa were not yet explored. So if one professional explorer discovered something and mapped it and said, yeah, this area looks like this, it was more likely to be taken as a fact and therefore integrated into subsequent maps. Each one of these geographers kind of just copied false information from the last one and did not really question it. Because to verify information from explorers was quite hard, and who would be so mad just to imagine a whole mountain range? Surely this hoax would be discovered rather quickly. In this case, it took a bit longer, so for almost a century, other geographers adopted the Kong Mountains into their own maps. Then why and when did they all of a sudden vanish from geographical maps forever? Cartographers only stopped including the mountains on maps after a French explorer named Louis, this guy, established that the mountains were fictitious. They were not there. He did that in his expedition between 1887 and 1889, where he attempted to chart the Niger River, starting in the Gulf of Guinea, where the mountain range was supposed to be. Imagine that. You believe all of these different cartographers, who are supposed to be smart and trustworthy, right? You pack your skiing gear as there was said to be a lot of snow, on the peaks at least, and you also take your biggest bag to snatch some of the gold lying around, right? And then you cannot find the huge mountains of Kong, they're not there. So, what is our main takeaway from this story? Don't just believe people promising you glorious new mountains, even if they have the great name Mountains of Kong and appear on official maps. Well, you're kind of supposed to believe those maps, but this is an example that shows you even official depictions can contain errors. Always keep that in mind. If you want some more, check out this video somewhere here of one of the greatest scammers in recent history that you probably have never ever heard of. He did not create imaginable mountains, but see for yourself. My name is Hendrik and this was StrivingFor. Thanks for watching.